Hi, I'm Uza, passionate Modern Elf player, and I am wrong. This is how I'm going to start this video. Why? You're going to see in a bit. But let's start different this time. I'm giving you this screenshot. Find a way to kill the opponent this turn, no questions asked. This is something I shared with the Elf Discord, and people try to find the answer. Some of them were wrong, some of them are right, conditional always. But if you want to see how I actually kill the opponent, stay with me and keep on watching. But why was I wrong? Because in my last video I mentioned that we don't need heritage anymore. That's it. I tried hard. I tried to replace heritage druid with many different cards. I actually threw away points more than I should in order to find an answer on the 1 mana slot that makes you not playing mana tithe. You know that I love mana tithe. Many people don't like it though, and I get behind that. It's a cheesy card that sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So cards I've actually tried. First of all, I tried Giver of Runes. Since we're in white, I tried to play Giver of Runes. When it worked, it was amazing, but especially because it has a very nice synergy with Kirion Ranger. The bad thing, though, is that it was actually very, 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 very slow. And this is something that this version of Elves and the format we're playing right now, which is very fast, especially now that we have Cosmogoyf and other combo decks, cannot afford. So that's why I removed Giver. Same goes about Joraga. It's another card that I loved in the past, that it synergizes amazingly with Cauldron. I was so sure that this was going to be the card that what was going to replace Heritage Druid. But in action, it was actually very slow for what I wanted it to do. It actually didn't work, not even once. Therefore, I removed it. The third idea I had for the 1 mana slot was to actually add many more mana dorks and maybe a second heritage, speaker. This was just whatever, bland. It wasn't giving anything. You want a little bit of spice in the 1 mana slot. And this is why I went back to Heritage Druid and everything made sense again. And this is why my name is Musa and I was wrong. Let's go and watch the rest of the league. So we're starting first. That's a good start. This is a decent hand that I'm keeping just because I have a Heritage Druid, just saying it out loud. And because I have to Kid and Ranger, the chances of me surviving are pretty high. Okay. We're doing Heritage Druid shenanigans. Yeah, I was wrong, you see. Turn 2, well, I mean, they didn't interact with me. If they interacted with me, I would be dead. Still, though, we're progressing the game, and it was the worst matchup to have Heritage Druid and all the 1 mana dogs. But at least I have a Cauldron in hand that I want to land, and this is actually what I'm going to do. Turn 2, I'm going to land the Cauldron. I have no mana, and it's not easy for them to kill the speaker because it is a 2/4, and actually now it's a 3/5. And they're casting everything. They're going all in. They do have a lot of cards in hand, and Darcy actually filters the top deck. So I have to aggressively use my endurance in order to take the graveyard away and stop the aggression. Here I start to stabilize a bit. It's amazing how good of a card Cauldron is. It's amazing. And it synergizes so well also with Speaker. For example, now they're trying to lava dart my Curion. They're putting it in the graveyard. They will try to lava dart it again. And I'm going to use Speaker's ability, something I've mentioned in the past, but I wasn't able to show you in a match. At least this time I get to show you. This is also one of the reasons I kept this league to share, because it has some nice mechanics that could be useful for someone if they try to pick up the deck. Okay, we're going to take the flying damage. 1, 2. Priest of Titania. Here they have only 1 card in hand, and I'm starting to feel, okay, maybe there's a chance that I'm going to win. Obviously, I'm going to untap again my speaker to keep on doing the same tricks that I did before. There you go. Nature's Rhythm time. And they are on 8, so I'm actually going to get Azuri. The opponent didn't even want to see what the rest of the game. They realized that they're going to die. So let's go to sideboarding in game number 2. So what I would like to say about the sideboard is that I've tasted 2 erodes in this league, and I realized I didn't want to like it. It's great erode against planeswalkers, but actually the pathing ability of exiling the creature is something that I think I will go back to. 2 paths again, 1 erode. Another thing is that I try to play for removal for erode slash path to exile effects, and it removed the Skyclave apparition. But I realized very fast that you want the tolerable removal. So in this league, Skyclave apparition is back in. So I kept this hand. The main reason was that I had a Vixen Bauble. I thought it was going to buy me enough time because the Lava Dart cannot be cast from the graveyard if you only have a Vixen Bauble. And I had an Eladamri that's a decent blocker, a chunky boy, as I like saying. But we will see how it goes. Here I chose to cast 2 creatures instead of 1 because I have a very low life total and I want to be able to block at least one of their creatures. And next turn, if possible, if I survive, to play a Ladamri and have a land also to play something more. Because they only have only 1 card in hand, I was hoping I was going to be able to stabilize the game like that. But I was wrong, and that was very fast. Let's go to game number 3. So the time we're playing first, I try not to mulligan much, but that hand was garbage. So I prefer to choose a 1 lander and actually hope that my Curian Ranger won't die, or I will draw out of it. The main reason I kept this was actually the speaker because it has 4 toughness and the Gathersoul Cauldron. I was lucky enough for them not to kill my Curian Ranger, but I also drew the second land, which helped a lot. They plotted a slingshot, which for me means that next turn the opponent might also have the kill. They do that very often. They plot the slingshot in order, in their turn, to be able to cast everything and go for it. I was lucky enough to have endurance on top, and this is the reason I also played endurance right on the spot, because I wanted to have a blocker. And they don't attack. They have 4 cards in hand, and this is where we go. You have to remember also that I thought that they were going to kill me the previous turn. Okay. I like the Cauldron shenanigans. So what we actually did here is I was actually I'm going to use a Eladamri's ability to put a creature on the battlefield. I put Eladamria the Cauldron. I put it on Endurance, and I killed them like that. When you do that, always be careful to first Cauldron for the creature in the graveyard, and then do whatever you want, because sometimes they're playing Surgical Extraction, and if they Surgical Extraction the card that you have in the graveyard, then you're in trouble. There are many people on Discord that they had as an answer to actually, they were doing the math, and they said, okay, we have lethal by attacking with Curion, double pump, triple pump, and stuff like that, and you have 2 attackers because Endurance is going to get blocked. But I was like, okay, what if they cast a mutagenic growth? Because the way they played, the opponent played actually indicated that they have the kill, which means that they had some free spells to cast. And they said, yeah, okay, you wouldn't die. So yes, I hate math, in case you haven't noticed by now. Sometimes you should have seen me using a calculator. So because I hate math, I actually prefer to combo, and that's what I did. So let's go to match number 2. Okay, match number 2, we're playing first again. That's a decent hand, again, because of Curion. We're going to keep it because we can combo turn 3. Okay. Spy Bluff. Charlie's on 1 always indicates an Affinity deck. Yes. Woo. Turn 2, Kappa Cannoneer. Doesn't cut it. 1, 2. Okay, the Nature Rhythm made it easier for us. But they would be dead regardless, unless the last 2 cards in hand was a Force of Negation, plus another blue card, which is not very easy for them to have. So now I'm going to speed up. You know what's happening. You've seen it many times before. We kill them and we go to game number 2. So here we are, usual sideboarding. I'm setting out 1 Cauldron because I'm ringing oof, and so that's good. This is an okay hand. It's not great. I kept it just because it had Force of Vigor that I could possibly pitch to kill something that's a threat, and because I also have a Windswept Heath, which can turn into a Lush Portico in order to find the missing piece. I saw the claws there, and I decided to kill it because they only had 2 cards in hand. And I thought, okay, I think it's a good idea to leave them just with 2 cards in hand. and probably nothing to play. Disruptive Flute was a great draw. 1, 2. Maybe I should have gone for to aim the weapons, but yeah, I don't know. I chose to kill the other one. That was a good draw. I chose not to play Devoted Druid right now because I could die on the spot if I had another clause, and I decided to play in, reactively to whatever they were doing. End of the turn, I still don't know if I should actually name with Disruptor Flute the clause, explosives, or Akbar and Ravager. This is why I don't play the Disruptor Flute yet. But here I draw the third land, so I'm actually in a better spot. And here we go. I feel very confident. Okay, I don't feel confident anymore. My Devoted Druid is gone. They have one card in hand. It's either a Metallic Rebuke or another removal. I don't know yet. They draw a card, or maybe they had nothing too. They haven't. They haven't missed a land drop either. End of the turn now. I'm thinking, should I play Disruptor Flute proactively? I'm like, no, not again. If I didn't draw the Priest of Titania, I would actually go for a Nature's Rhythm to get a Curious Rager and untap by Elf, and again keep Disruptor Flute up. But I drew, that's actually what I did, but this time in order to play Priest of Titania, and I do keep mana for Disruptor Flute up. Maybe I played too defensively, I don't know, but Affinity can kill you on the spot if they draw the clause when needed. Now their last card in hand was actually the new creature. So here the second clause, which I cannot let resolve. We go on like that. I start to feel very confident at this point. And here we are now. Here I will go and get my Zuri because it protects me against their threats because I don't have something big to attack me. Okay, they can deal 4 damage in the air, but that's nothing. And I keep enough mana up for a cord in their turn. Here the Whip Flare me. I'm gonna pump everything. And now you see how you can play the deck wrong. For some reason, I thought I didn't have enough mana to go and get an oof. And I actually didn't. And I let the Ravager resolve. I shouldn't have let the Ravager resolve. If you're in my spot here, just go tap for 4 mana the Priest, tap with Convoke Zuri, and go and get oof and finish the game. I didn't. And this is how you lose a game. And then we'll go to game number 3. So as I'm also writing in text, in game 3 I brought in Heroic Intervention. I don't remember what I removed, but I don't think it's that important, something that's not from the engine of the deck. Heroic is a card I added back to the deck since I've been facing a lot of land destruction, the Boros land destruction deck. And even though it's usually land destruction decks are very bad against elves because we have Curion, that is a different deck. They can kill our lands. Anyway, sometime in the future you're gonna see also me playing against it. For now I have nothing to do, I'm progressing my game. First Whiplayer is gone. I was expecting that. I'm always expecting my board to be emptied once with Whip Flare, Kozilek's Return and anything else. Here I see that I have a Heroic in hand. On the top, I'm keeping it obviously. And again, the plan remains the same. I'm going to play my Devoted Druid and I'm going to pass. I don't think they're going to cast another Whip Flare at this point. And I cannot really play around it. So I'm progressing my game. And there we go. And now we're going to play around Heritage. The card that I hate the most, and still, it's good. It's good. You don't need any big quantities because the deck doesn't evolve around it. But it seems that it's actually needed because it's creating mana out of nowhere. And I'm sorry, Heritage, that I spoke so poorly about you. So here we go, we have the combo now. Vizier. They did have Galvanic Blast in order to kill our creature, but they chose not to. They chose to play reactively to what we were doing. And they're dead. They didn't have 2 mana in order to crack their explosives, in order to deal the damage using the token. So the game is done, and we're going to match number 3. So now we're going to the next match. Oh, this is the perfect hand. This is what we came for. And I see that they're fetching for Thoughtseize, and they're taking the Cauldron. So I'm expecting a grindy mid-range deck. I'm not doing anything yet. End of their turn. I'm going to keep the Courier on top. Still, I can't play around anything, so I'm just going to play my Devoted Druid. And playing Devoted Druid is actually better than playing the Priest of Titania. Because not only because I have Nature's Rhythm, but because I'm expecting them to play also Bowmasters, which is going to be very bad with Priest of Titania, against Priest of Titania, because they can kill it. And here is the Bowmasters. Let's get it out of the way. They have 4 cards in hand. And they are attacking. Obviously, I'm not going to block. I'm not in a great shape here. 1, 2, 3. Necrodominance. And this is when you say that you see the freight train coming your way, something like that. But here it is. Here you can see Cauldron saving the day. It's amazing how you can top deck the winning line out of nowhere for the deck. Yes, you can force of despair my opponent. I don't care. I have my Curran Ranger, which can tap for infinite mana, and I can kill you on the spot. Both because I have Code of Calling in order to tutor on instant speed, which wouldn't matter to be honest in this case, because I do have enough mana in order to go Nature's Rhythm, Azuri, and kill them. But still, I can Code of Calling to get the Azuri this way. I don't want to show them Sylvan Safekeeper if I can avoid it. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get Azuri and finish them like that. The rest of the game, I'm going to let it roll on fast speed. So here's the sideboard. My matchup has improved a lot since I started playing Sanctifier in the sideboard, because in the past Necrodominance decks used to be very, 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 very bad. I had 2 options here actually. I could either play Safekeeper, as I did, or I could actually pass the turn, play Lush Portico, pass the turn, and play Devoted Druid. I still don't know if I made the right choice. Maybe I should have just gone for Devoted Druid next turn. In any case, I have enough lands, so but still I decided not to keep my safe keeper and actually play Devoted Druid, because what I was actually thinking is that okay, I have a Nature's Rhythm, maybe they don't have another spell to kill me, especially when they use the Fatal Push to get rid of my Sylvan Safekeeper turn 1, and maybe I could combo them, but this was not the case, as we saw. So we progressed with the game. Dorothy. I'm not very happy to see Dorothy because it takes my Nature's Rhythm from my hand, and I can't do anything more with it. Not only that, not only exiles Nature's Rhythm, but they can also cast it for free. I mean, they can't get anything because the X is going to be 0, but still, you never know. I'm attacking because Dorothy has a shadow, meaning it can't be, it can block, it cannot block, and it can't block. Assassin's Trophy. It seems like a very, very, very classic list, old school. That was very bad for me that they actually took my speaker, because this is a tutor for them. Here I'm going to get Sanctifier. maybe I shouldn't have called Sanctifier. Maybe I should have gone for something else. I have Azuri. I mean, I can take a Get Safekeeper because it's already dead. Pardon me. Maybe I should just go and get another Devoted Druid or a Priest. Something to finish the game fast. They only have 10 life. And here is my Azuri gone. Anyway, we'll continue the game. Dorothy actually hurt me a lot because it took both my nature's rhythm. And here is the big problem, which is obviously Shield Red. I need to find a way to draw a path or an ordinary road. They only have one card in hand. That's the only thing that saves me right now. So right now what I'm doing, I'm grinding and I'm filtering the top of my deck using a using a Curian Ranger and a Lush Portico. It's the reason I actually still play Lush Portico. Still trying. I'm still debating if I should keep the Nature's Rhythm on top and actually play it next turn. This would take me 2 turns in order to do anything effective, or do it as I did it this turn. Because I have 0 cards in hand, I decided to tutor for 3. I had 2 options here. I could either go for a Skyclave Apparition in order to remove their Shield Red and still wait to draw something in order to win the game, or I could just get Azuri and try to finish the game next turn, or anything like that. Them having the speaker is actually a huge problem for me because I have a very good blocker. It's a 2/4. They're attacking with Shield Red. They realize that they shouldn't attack with the speaker because if they attacked the speaker, I was killing it on the spot. Here, classic mechanisms. I know you should know them by now. Curian Ranger together with Sanctifier. Now here, I have no reason not to play the Curian Ranger. And mana doesn't matter at this point. I have so much mana. Maybe I should have just Lash Portico again in order to find a solution. I still chose to try to create enough attackers. I couldn't attack previously because a speaker could untap a Shield Red, and Shield Red could block something of mine with Death Touch, and 99% will be very sure that my Zuri would die. So I had to play it like that. And this is game over. Maybe I should have just fixed my top deck. Who knows? Maybe I would have drawn out of it. Maybe I would have drawn another Nature's Rhythm. But I was like, okay, they are going on top deck mode. I'm not going on top deck mode. If I untap, they're dead. And that's what I thought. Okay, and so we're going to the third game. The first one wasn't good. It's not like this is better. I don't know why I kept it. I shouldn't have mulligan to 5. But I never liked to mulligan against mid-range decks that, you know, have access to my hand, because I thought his Inquisition meant that I'm actually done. That I have a mulligan already. That fetch land was a nice draw. Okay. Can't do anything about that. I don't really need the Vizier, and this is actually the only Vizier I have right now. I'm not drawing anything. And I'm thinking now, should I kill Dorothy? Yeah, I mean, I should. I don't want to have the same problem as the previous game did, do I? But I have nothing for me. Maybe I should have kept the first hand. I don't know. It was horrible too, though. Curian Ranger was a good draw. I almost didn't play it. I misclicked once again. There you go. I don't want that Elvis Mystic. It doesn't look very promising, does it? Yeah, and it's not promising. I'm done. Let's go to the next match. Okay, match number 4. It's not the best hand, but against Tron, this is actually decent, isn't it? If they don't have interaction, I'm actually going to kill them on turn 3. I mean, they should have something. It's actually scary at this point, but I can't do anything, can I? But what do I try to do is just go for it. If they have their removal, they have it. And now instead of just casting a Nature's Rhythm from the graveyard, I would actually try to cast the rest of my deck. But the opponent decided that as soon as they saw Eladamri, they were done. So we're going to sideboarding. So here we are again now. I sideboarded for Tron, proper Tron. But it turns out it was actually Blue Tron. I was very lucky to have that cavern, wasn't I? And there's a small misplay of the opponent. It's okay, and that's actually what they said in the chat. They were very pleasant, to be honest. And I feel confident here that I will be able to beat them. I just need something good from my fetch land. Lush Portico, Boseiju, I kept it. I shouldn't have kept that Boseiju. What was I afraid of? That's afraid that Boseiju should have gone to the bottom. Go, we'll try to play. My girl will get Azuri this time. Yeah, because I have enough mana to kill them if I end up. I'm not very sure that I played it correctly. See, these replays are actually good for me. Yeah. Yeah, I think I could have played it differently. I could have fetched different things with my speaker. I'm not very happy with how I played it. Would that change the outcome? I don't know. Still, though, it would have given me a chance. And this fossil figure nicely sits in my hand, doing nothing at all. And this is when I see a Nugin, and when you see a Nugin like that and you don't have an erode in hand, you're done. Let's go to game number 3. So here we are, game number 3 against Blue Tron. I'm going to keep this hand. It's fast. We have Priest, we have Nature's Rhythm. If things go well, I can also get my Curion, and I have Visor in hand. The fetch land was also a nice draw. Yeah, I just remember that wasn't a very nice thing. The reason I kept Cord on top is because I have a Priest of Titania. So right now I'm gonna play both Nature's Rhythm for 1, as well as pardon me, the Priest of Titania, in order to progress my game and be able to double up my mana next turn. But they had the answer. And they went for Curion, which was pretty weird for me, to be honest. But we're gonna do again the same. Why did I do it like that? I'm thinking about it. In order to use Nature Rhythm from the graveyard. Okay. Subtlety. I'm gonna top it because you never know what's gonna happen. One, two, three, four. And now we'll code for 1. I need to protect my Priest of Titania in order to finish the game. And I choose to bounce back the Temple Garden because it's the last portico I want to sacrifice, because I want to be able to have that mana open to be able to place a Temple Garden standing if needed. They had all the answers. They're down to 1 card though. But it's strong. I mean, if they have mana, they usually win. They just need 1 card. And I keep on chipping for 1. There's no point in playing Misty Rainforest. Maybe I should have played it, to be honest. I would have an extra land on the board. Because I don't have a Lush Portico in order to surveil. So I kept it. At least again, the deck gives me lands in order to sacrifice to Ugin's ability. My kingdom for any road. That's what I'm thinking right now. But it starts to look really bad here. 2, 3, 4, 7. Another Ugin. As long as I have lands, I will keep on sacrificing them. I just need one card to finish them pretty much. I know that I still have one Azuri in the deck. I need to get a payoff to finish. I can't believe I actually survived so long without anything against Ugin, and that's because of Sylvan Safekeeper. Here I will try to cast my speaker in order to go and get Azuri, but the opponent had another idea. Again, they subtlety me. I'm going to put subtlety on top again. But things are getting pretty bad. And here, what are they going to cast? Oh yeah, now I remember. This was just like the nail on the coffin. Actually, subtlety won the game. If they didn't have that subtlety, I would be able to finish them because they were just on 11. So now they're going to cast Portent of Calamity for a lot. And I can see that they will actually going to get Emrakul, and not just any Emrakul, the good old Emrakul. And that's it. Let's go to the last round. Here we go, last round. We're playing first. The first hand was very slow, so we're going to keep this hand with Priest of Titania and Sylvan Safekeeper, my new favorite card, after Kyrian always. Boros, white mana. No, it's not Boros because they actually played they exiled my creature and they exiled also their Flage. So my next thought is actually that they're playing Jeskai Blink, and we're like, I'm okay. But then I see Thrall, and I realize this is Zoo. It's very important that you recognize the deck you're playing against. It will help you play accordingly. You should study what the meta is and what you should expect from the opponents to play. And they're bouncing back Priest of Titania. The Fairy in the main, yes, they played sometimes, not always. The Fairy has to die, and that's what's going to happen. Right now, I don't really mind that they have a Thrall on the board, because it's actually stopping Flage. Okay, they're running past. That's a different list. I don't know if I am wrong, but I'm not used to them having paths, especially in the main. There we go, they're down to 2. As I said, only if they discard a Flage would I be in trouble here, but they didn't. So, lots of cards change, right? Anyway, this is how I sideboard against the Zoo. The reason I bring in the Fracturing Gust is because they're playing Leyline Binding, they're playing also the Laden of Kill Pact, and they also play the Dragon. So imagine Fracturing Gusting everything. It's a great feeling. It doesn't happen very often, but when it happens, it's really nice. Pardon me. A Sun Cleanser, we're bringing it for Wrath. I have to say it out loud there. Because even my opponents don't understand why I play Sun Cleanser, and many times they're trying to kill it using energy counters, which cannot be done. Okay, here we go. This is a weird list. I haven't seen Dress Down and Paths and all that from Zoo. Consign is expected from them. So my Sanctifier right now is pretty much useless because they counted the triggered ability, so they can get energy counters. But here I still progress my game. It's very nice that Sun Cleanser is a 4 toughness creature. Here we go. Flage landed on the battlefield. Here I always have a thought: do I need to kill Flage or should I just kill a Thrall? For example, in this case, Erode wasn't a good choice because next turn they would be able to cast it from the graveyard. But I was very lucky because I had a Nature Rhythm in hand and I can go and get my Sanctifier. I didn't get my Sanctifier. I was playing. Oh, yeah. They didn't have enough enough cards in the graveyard in order to kill me, in order to play Flage and kill me. Sorry. So they're actually gonna play Flage once more. They're attacking. They're gonna aim Missouri. I'm okay with that, just to be sure, because you never know what's going to happen. I regenerate my Devoted Druid because my plan to victory goes through that card. And the reason I played First Path is because maybe they had a counterspell, and I wanted to use the counterspell so I would be able to kill them using my Nature's Rhythm in the graveyard and the Vizier that I already had in hand. And that's it for the league. Sorry for delaying to upload it as much. It's been a hectic week. So yes, I will close by saying thank you if you reached the end of this video and you watched it. And my name is Musa, and today I was wrong. Heritage Druid is good in Elves, and I'm gonna keep it in my non-mana tithe lists. Bye.